Hi, YouTube family. This is Isaac Salami coming to you with another wonderful video. And of course, here we'll be sharing valuable content to you. Now, what we'll be bringing to you today has to do with the list of schools that have the application deadline for January. So, actually, we'll be sharing this with you, and some of them actually have, of course, funding opportunity where you can actually get either graded assistantship or of course scholarship. I will be mentioning that to you. And of course, one thing that's quite common amidst of the school is that not all of them, of course, offer funding, but for some of them, there are departments, specific departments that when you reach out to their graduate coordinator, of course, I'll be sharing a link in the description for you to be able to reach out or get to the program list of the programs they offer in those schools. Now you can easily actually get to the program coordinator, make inquiries, and of course know if they have funding in such department. And from there, you can actually take it up. Now we have some of these application deadlines for January 10, 15, and some for January um, 30th or 31st. Now, these are priority deadline. Now, it could be different for your own department, right? So you may need to actually do your own research, check it out yourself, reach out to the graduate coordinator, and of course, you can now come make your decision whether you want to apply to the school or not. And of course, stick to this video, stick to this channel, and of course, stick to this channel. I will also be dropping a video about the list of schools that you can have application fee waiver. Of course, we know as an international student aspiring to come, we have a whole lot of financial burdens. And of course, getting schools that have application fee waiver actually lessen the burden for financial issues or challenges that may come your way because you have other things to focus on. So let's get to it. Number one schools we'll be talking about today is the Washington State University. The Washington State University, as you actually can see, is one of the universities that have the application deadline for January 10th. And then they actually have other departments quite flexible that offers application deadline for other timeline. So just do yourself a favor, check them out, and of course reach out to the graduate coordinator. Now, these deadlines are not really strict. Some of them is just for you to submit your application. You can get other application materials across to them after the priority deadline. I don't know if you get that, right? So let's get to it. Now, the second on the list is the Vanderbilt University. Now, their own application deadline is for January 15th. Yes, for January 15th. And as you actually seen on the screen, they have the application deadline for January 15. I also dropped the link for you to check out the list of graduate programs they offer and reach out, like I said earlier, to the graduate coordinator. You might be eligible for one form of funding or the other. You can never tell until you give it a try. Of course, this is a spirit on getting scholarship. I must tell you, must just put up this work, and indeed, at the end, you will be happy you did. Now, the next one on the list is the University of Texas in Dallas. The University of Texas in Dallas have the application deadline for the 15th of January too. Then if you actually know, now for other reasons why some people may actually we have several reasons you choose a school. Some of them may be because of location. Some of them, of course, some of those reasons may be because you have funding. These are the things you eventually go and defend before the visa officer. So of course, we all know, I mean, Texas have very good weather. And of course, I also dropped the list or link to their graduate program where you can check them out and, of course, make your research. You can apply to one or two programs if they actually offer the program which you are interested in. Now, the next school I will be sharing with you is the University of Virginia. The University of Virginia, Charlottesville, it have their application deadline for 15th of January also. Now, you can also go there right into the description box, check them out. They actually may have funding for your department. So don't make conclusion and say, oh, I don't want to consider them. You can never tell. Of course, they have series of graduate programs. They have there so you can explore. And then if you are interested, rightly go ahead. And one of the things I always advise that you actually may have to do is to reach out to the graduate coordinator. Your interaction via email is important. All right, you put forth your profile, things that you've done before in your undergraduate, or even the work experience you have related to the field. It might be in research area. These are things that actually will help you in order to make your decision. Now, the next school I will be sharing with you here is a Texas Tech University. This university is very special, I must tell you. Texas Tech University, Texas Technological University. They are one of those top schools up there. They have series of financial fundings available, both of course for domestic and international students. I've had friends that have actually had to take advantage of this funding, ranging for series of departments from chemistry to physics to even political science and several of them. All right. So explore, make sure to check them out. They have different deadlines, right? Now, January 15 is just one of them. So you may check your own program. It may just be different for your own program. So don't be left out in this very awesome opportunity. Now, the next one here is the Tufts University. The Tufts University have their own deadline also for the 15th of January. And of course, they have series of graduate programs you can actually assess and of course apply to. Now, this will interest you. The next one I'll be sharing, if you like a place where you're not scared of cold and you actually want to experience the snow, all right, you want to do snowbirds, the snow experience, of course, you won't be scared to apply to the University of Alaska. Yes, the University of Alaska at Fairbanks have their own graduate application deadline also for January 15. Yes, I have also dropped in the description box the list of programs they have in their graduate school. So, as an international student, do yourself a favor, reach out to the graduate coordinator. You still have some few days left. Now, like I said, it's not just January 15 that we have deadlines for. So, check out each and individual programs that they have and consider them if yours or your own program still have their deadline extended or is not January 15th. Please kindly do the due diligence and follow up with your application. Now, very interesting one. I have another one for which is the University of Central Florida. Yes, the University of Central Florida have the application deadline for the 15th of January too. So definitely you of course know what I've been saying all along. Check out the program and make sure that they have their deadline or their deadline for your own program has not really passed. And of course, reach out to the graduate coordinator if possible. Then go ahead and apply once you meet the requirement. There are some requirements maybe for GRE, some of them waive GRE, while some of them may be language proficiency requirement, of course, many more. So check them out and be sure that you meet this requirement. And once you do, of course, why not go ahead and apply? Of course, then the next one on the list here is the University of Cincinnati. All right, the Cincinnati University is another university here. So I've also dropped the link to this very graduate program or their graduate programs. As an international student, check out the pages and check out the deadline and apply. The next on the list is the Lehigh University. Now, let me drop this. If you are an MBA, all right, if you actually focus on Master in Business Administration MBA and you want to finish right on time, this school is for you, right? Their MBA program is just for 1 year. Yes, you heard me right, 1 year. And for some reason, if you can actually go through the experience of having to write GMAT, okay, and you have very good score, they even have funding available for you. Yes. So I have a friend that is in that school, of course, even finished already. All right. And of course, graduated as an MBA. And they have good connection to the industry. That's another thing. All right. So take advantage of this. Of course, you can apply. And their deadline for the application is also 15th of January for most departments. And again, I must tell you that this priority deadline, one of the reasons why they put them is because of the funding opportunities. All right. So if it exceed this time and you don't submit your application, it means that you may not be considered for funding opportunity. That's what it means. Of course, you understand. Yeah, it might change in some cases, right? But then these are the common rules that apply in graduate school and for some of the schools, right? So the next school here is the University of Pittsburgh. All right, the University of Pittsburgh also have their priority deadline, especially for computer science students for January 15th, right? The computer science students, you can apply before January 15th and you will be good that you will actually be considered for funded. Now, I'll also be dropping in subsequent videos, those that have their priority deadline for February. So stay tuned and stick to this channel. Subscribe if you've not, share, like, and of course, click the notification bell so that you receive notification each time I post my video on this channel so that you can actually get notice or notified anytime that I drop the video. So stay tuned and follow up the channel. I will be dropping, of course, the list of schools that have application fee waiver, the list of schools that have their priority deadline for February 2023. All right. Of course, for application for fall admission, application for spring admission. And as you know, as a general rule, if you're applying now, it's for fall. Now, you can also apply for spring, but notice that they will give consideration first to reviewing applications for fall, right? Fall is for August and September admission. Now, why the spring is for January. So if you're considering the August admission for 2023, yes, you can actually do yourself a favor and do the due diligence apply. Why, if you want to consider for spring, which is for January 2024, of course, you can also do your due diligence and reach out to the department. Then you can also apply. Some schools are their application, a running applications process. Why some they you have to wait until they finish the application process for fall before they will open their portals for the spring admission. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching this video. See you in another video. Thank you. Bye.